Justice Peter Lifu of a federal high court in Abuja on Friday restrained Independent National Electoral Commission from releasing the National Voters Register to the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission for use in the planned local government election in the state. Justice Lifu made the order while delivering a ruling in a motion ex parte brought before him by the All Progressive Congress. The motion ex parte was filed on behalf of the APC by a team of lawyers comprising Joseph Daudu, Sebastian, and Ogu James Onoja, all senior advocates of Nigeria. While the APC is the sole plaintiff, INEC, Rivers SIEC, Rivers Attorney General, Inspector General of Police, and the Department of State Services are first to fifth respondents respectively. In a supporting affidavit attached to the ex parte application, the APC claimed that the register of voters, which INEC intends to release to support Rivers SIEC for use in the conduct of planned election, is in breach and violations of the provisions of the 1999 Constitution and the Electoral Act 2022. According to the applicants, INEC cannot release the National Voters Register to SIEC because the National Electoral Body has failed to comply strictly with the provisions of the Electoral Act 2022 in respect of the management of the register of voters, which it intends to release to the second defendant for use in the conduct of the said election. The acting chairman of the Rivers APC Caretaker Committee, Chief Tony Okocha, said that it is the register of voters compiled, maintained and updated and kept in the custody of the first defendant that the second defendant obtains and uses to conduct local government elections in Rivers State as the second defendant is not statutorily entitled to compile, maintain, update and keep in its custody any separate register of voters for the conduct of local government elections. Zoe, what is your take on this development?
Well, it's funny what is playing out from the court as far as the Rivers State crisis issues are concerned, political development in Rivers State are concerned. If you observe yesterday, I did an open letter drawing the attention of the Chief Justice of the Federation. I'm pleading with him not to allow the Nigerian judiciary to draft to a point where it will lead to anarchy. You see, this is also the problem of what we are talking about, trauma on this station. We have continued to talk about our democracy breeding strong men instead of strong institutions. And as a result of the weakness of the institution, these strong men take advantage. And because the institution like the courts are weak, you can imagine the kind of judgment that keeps coming out from the courts as it relates to Rivers State's political development. So for Tony Okocha, I thought a few months back they were clamoring how they will win the election, how they are on ground. They were the people insisting that the government of the day should go ahead and conduct local government elections. They are the people who are against the institution, a constitution of a caretaker committee to run the local government affairs. Now there is an opportunity for election to take place. They have started bringing bottlenecks. They have started introducing, going to court to stop the election. What does Tony Okocha and his court in this mission intend to achieve if the political crisis in the state continue in this direction as a result of the lack of conduct of an election in the state? These are the issues, but I will call on the judiciary. They have the moral and sacrosanct duty to, protect and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. At the same time, create stability in the political system. If the court continue to give orders like this that will stop a constitutional process, then we may be leading to anarchy. And this is what we want to avoid in Rivers State. These are the issues. What does Tony Okocha stand to benefit by going to court to stop this all-time election that Rivers people are expecting? So this is where we are, and it's unfortunate that we're we are at this point trying to stop the election that we wanted to be held few months back. So these are the problems.
All right. What is your take on this matter, George?
Well, what I have to say here is that this is democracy, and in democracy, we have three arms of government. The judiciary is there to interpret the law. So if someone feels aggrieved and decides to run to the judiciary to interpret a certain section, I don't think there's anything bad in it. I don't want to be emotional about this by pointing accusing fingers. Some of those things enriches our jurisprudence. It enriches our democracy, because some of these laws, as at the time they were written, they never envisaged some of the challenges that we are seeing today. So it is for the judiciary to interpret if actually what the SIEC is seeking for, that is the voter register, is legal. If it is not legal, then the law should take its course. That's my position in the matter.
Right.
So I am not blaming Tony Okocha, Sir Tony Okocha, for going to the court. No. Let him go to the court and let the judiciary interpret. If it is in accordance with our law, so be it. The issue of trying to point the accusing finger, what does Tony Okocha stand to gain and things like that, for me it is neither here nor there. It is to enrich our democracy. Let the law interpret. In as much as I agree that the Nigerian society has affected all facets, all kinds of human beings are affected by the Nigerian society. Sometimes you see people go, do things that are not supposed to be done. But the judiciary remains the people saddled with the responsibility to interpreting the laws. So let them do what is right. There's an ex parte order. I'm sure the people who are petitioned will also look into the matter and see how they can vacate it.
It expires after 7 days. Ex parte order expires after 7 days, yes.
The law is the law. That is what I have to say.
So after that, they can now file for the substantive matter. Probably after the expiration of the ex parte order is to give room for proper applications and filings to be done and all that.
My position still remains that the law remains the law. Let the people who are saddled with the responsibility of interpreting the law do the right thing, so that the Nigerian democracy will continue to grow.
All right. Now, very quickly, if you recall, sometime last week or thereabout, Tony Okocha came out to speak up about the recent RSIEC meeting. RSIEC called the political parties to intimate them of the upcoming local government polls. And Tony Okocha said that his party was not invited. He was not invited to the meeting. There was no APC representation in that meeting. And he showed, he was concerned about the ability of RSIEC, as it were, to conduct a credible election, seeing that, according to him, from get-go, they have shown that sidelining APC in that very important meeting, he tried to interpret their body language and he was not comfortable with RSIEC and he spoke out. Can you link that particular action to this move by Tony Okocha?
It is obvious. We don't need to begin to deny the obvious here. For him not to be invited, it means that the APC in Rivers State has been excluded. And being someone who has held such an important position as Chief of Staff, if you listen to some of the confessions in media, which for me was not necessary, you will understand how politics, how elections are being won, especially local elections. So for him to be excluded, what that means is that they do not even want or expect them to participate. Because this is a meeting calling for political parties, to come together and, forge a common front on how the election can go peacefully and all of that. And one party, an important party as the APC in this state, was excluded. So I think that could be the reason why the man has gone to court for interpretation of the law. It's obvious that probably they don't want the APC to partake. If you follow the politics in this state, you understand that the APC in Rivers State is becoming formidable, given the party coming together to resolve their intractable crisis they had over the years. So it appears that the party...
APC is factionalized, that is where. APC River State is factionalized, and even in court.
As of today?
Yes, and even in court.
But would that stop them from partaking in the election?
That, I don't think that should stop
The national body of the APC recognizes Tony Okocha as the caretaker.
And Emeka Beke is in court challenging that.
Until the matter is determined, the party still stands.
All right.